Hello everyone, welcome back. I hope that you feel okay. I'm here again with another episode of Grasshopper Collection. In this part, we are going to talk about some modeling topic and learn some general concepts of it. In our upcoming episodes, we're gonna consider it as a modeling tool and make progression in different projects with it. First off, let me take a brief look at the history of SUBD modeling in Rhino software. Before Rhino 7, now here, as you know, we are using the version of 7SR14. Well, before Rhino 7, the previous versions like 5 and 6, the modeling systems that were at our disposal were Nerve and mesh systems. We already elaborated on Nurbs, and in previous seasons we were all talking about the Nurbs modeling. The non-uniform rational BS line that generates the main lines of a surface for us. And with the help of them, we could proceed with our modeling. In Rhino 7 software, the SUBD modeling, or you could say SUBD modeling tools, are added. Meanwhile, in previous versions, 5 and 6, we did this job with some plugins. In Rhino 5, for example, we used the TSP line plugin. And in Rhino 6, that in this package we dedicate a very short topic about it, was Collider plugin. At the beginning, let's talk a little bit about the philosophy of SUBD modeling. Then later on, we could talk about the different tools of SUBD modeling, and as you can see, there is a SUBD modeling item in toolbar standard. Okay, I just wanted to show you the SUBD modeling, and now here I'll start my job with a globe. And now I am drawing a globe with a radius 10 in Nurbs system. And then I draw a mesh sphere here with radius 10 again, and okay, and then a SUBD sphere. And I move this 20 units. Minus 10, and I put this here. I put it on render mode, you see, and this way I'm previewing these globes. Okay, I click on display tab, I check the surface edge, SUBD wires, and mesh wires. As you can see, we have 3 globes here, 3 globes that are drawn with 3 different modeling systems: Nurbs, mesh, and SUBD. As you can see, in Nurbs system, we use some mathematical equations. When we order it to draw us a globe, for example, the outcome is a smooth surface based on those hidden equations. In mesh system, in fact, we organize some polygons, and these polygons create us an outlook of the shape. In the first season, we talked about the difference between mesh and Nurbs, and now I'm gonna mention it again. Actually, in mesh system, the only thing that is saved for us is the coordinates of these points. Mesh is created from some points which are called vertex. and those vertices are attached together and create edges. And the surface between these edges are called polygon. The only things saved for us here are vertices. In SUBD system, we have something between these two, as you can see. You can see the smooth face here, and there is a control point on every vertex. I drag a bit the control points so you can see the difference here. And what we are looking for here is the smooth moving in SUBD. We can use this advantage as a supplement to modeling. Now let's talk a little bit about what is SUBD modeling. Consider that I have this part of this globe here. Just to show you how it works, I'll start using a line like this. We want to change this line into a curve. In doing so, I'm going to explode these lines here, or segment lines, and I change them into separate lines, and then I divide them into 4 parts. This part must be cut. Now it's time to delete or omit the last quarter of each line here, except for the first and the last one. If we have some segments, I maybe leave the first and last one. Then here I draw a line again. Then I divide all these lines again 4 times, and I delete this part. Look, with the help of a line, I attach this part. See? Let's turn off grid snap. Okay, in the next phase, this line, okay, this line. Even these lines, okay. There has to be divided again. Divide. Now I draw a line, but I don't omit it. Here, this part, and this part. If you keep doing what I'm doing here constantly, gradually, that line, the cross line that we had before is changing to a curve. Would be changed to something like this. Am I right? Yeah. Something like this. Imagine that we do this to a box. We do this to any volume. Any volume with some faces. And each face has some edges. Those edges, those lines that attaches the vertex and divide into 4 parts. The first and second parts are omitted, and then they finally meet. The first thing that I wanted to show you in SUBD is that the forms that SUBD makes actually could be viewed in 2 states. A smooth state that we're looking at now, and the other state is flat. And I can switch between these 2 states with pressing the key, tab key on the keyboard. Okay, after this introduction and some other explanations, now it's time to get to know the SUBD tools. In our Nurbs modeling, like the globe that I have here, as you can see, it's a closed surface. I cannot choose the surface between isocurves. This part cannot be chosen as a separate volume. See? But in mesh part, we're capable of choosing every one of these faces. I can hold Ctrl and Shift keys and click on every one of these parts, look. Or another method that we could use to choose these faces is actually with the help of sub-objects. To do so, I activate the filter here. Look at the last option. There is a sub-object option here. And when I click on it, when I check it, there appeared 3 more options here. Vertices, edge, and face. I do a right click here. And finally, now I can pick the edges, the vertexes. Now the edge is chosen. Or surface, or could say face or polygon. Okay, after this we know that in mesh system we can use the sub objects, and while in Nurbs system we're not capable of doing this. And in SUBD we also have sub objects. I mean we can choose different parts. For example, I move this. So I hold Ctrl Z. As we've learned until now that we have the same words and same terms like edge, vertex in SUBD as we had it before in mesh system. The next thing is that in previous seasons in Rhino modeling, we learned some concepts. Like I learned how to make a curve. I learned how to make a surface with the loft tool. And with the help of sweep 1 rail and sweep 2 rail, I can create my surfaces. All these tools also in SUBD would come to help us to create different forms. Let's now get a start with a simple curve. I start with interpolate curve, and now I'm gonna start drawing. In Rhino 7, when I activate interpolate curve, we have an option SUBD friendly. I draw a line simply with new SUBD friendly. And another line with bright SUBD friendly. Now we have 2 lines. Apparently they're the same, they don't have any difference. I choose them, and with the help of gumball I extrude them. I turn off sub-object. The page that is made out of a simple curve is an open extrusion, but the page that is made out of a SUBD friendly curve is open SUBD. So the first place that I can create a SUBD is a SUBD line. A line that when I'm using my drawing tools like Nurbs curve or interpolate curve, I can check SUBD friendly and start creating such forms. A very simple extrude, and then I can edit my work like this. Let's go for SUBD tools. Okay, up to now we have seen SUBD tool in interpolate and curve. Like what we saw for drawing a curve. I mean, there was an option in a tool that we learned before. In Rhino 7, there are more tools that these capabilities are added to. Okay, for example, I start drawing a circle. The next one a bit smaller, and the last one maybe a bit bigger. You know, these three remind me of a loft tool. Okay, I make a copy out of it, and I wanted to change it to a SUBD. Okay, now I go to the SUBD tools, and now we have SUBD loft here. Okay, so I can here use SUBD tools, the tools that we used to get familiar with in our Nurbs system. With this background that you have, let's get started to know the tools that we have in SUBD.